Okay, so I had some people asking about how to make a graph for the Unit 3 investigation. So here I am on the Statplit.com website, and if you scroll all the way down, right here where it says applets for statistical reasoning in sports, is the very first other applets. I click on that, and then it's going to bring me to the SRIS applets. If I click on Chapter 3, which is streaks, it's going to bring me to the applet itself. Now, the first thing you want to do is to type in your observed sequence. Whether you're looking at passing or games in a season or whatever your list of data is, you put it in here, and you put it in the form of S's for successes and F's for failures. So as an example, if I'm looking at like games in a season, I would put S's as wins and F's as losses. So as an example, let's say I have this as my sequence. I'm just putting in just an example here. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is the amount of games that I had. Now, for your investigation, you need to do two types of streaks. You can do longest streak, you can do the number of streaks, or you can do the difference in streaks. The applet can compute number of streaks and the longest streaks. So if you want to do longest observed streak, you're going to click Find Longest Streak, and it says in this example the longest streak is 4. So to do a dot plot for it, you come down here, type in examine 100 shuffled sequences, make sure this drop down says longest streak, and then you click Add More Trials, and then it's going to make a dot plot for you. And since our longest observed streak was 4, that's going to be our test statistic. So I come down here and I click Count the number of dots greater than or equal to 4, and I click Count. And then it flags it at 4 and counts everything out and above. And in this example, we have 73 dots that are greater than or equal to 4. So my p-value would be 73. If you want to do the number of streaks of a certain length, you're going to come up here, you click Count Streaks of this length, you actually have to reset. So hit reset first, then compute the number of streaks of blank or longer. So this number is dependent upon how many inputs you have in your sequence. So in my example, I had 20 games. So since it's less than 50, I'm going to do streaks of 3 or more. If you have between 50 and 100, you do streaks of 4 or more. And if you have more than 100, you do streaks of 5 or more. So since mine is less than 50, I'm going to do streaks of 3 or more. So I type in a 3, click longest streak or number of streaks of this length, and in this example, I have 3 streaks of 3 or longer. So down at the bottom, I'm going to type in examine 100. For longest streak, instead of saying that, I'm going to put how many streaks of this certain length. You might have to retype the 100 for some reason, it deletes it. And then you click Add More Trials, and then it creates it. Now, at the bottom, I'm going to count the number of dots greater than or equal to. In this example, I had 3 streaks of 3 or more. So my test statistic is 3. If I hit count, in this case, I've got 29 out of 100, so my p-value is 29%.